Hello sewmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. This is the sewing part of this beautiful tutorial. So if you have not seen the cutting part, is right on the channel. Please go ahead and check it out so that you'll be able to understand each and everything we are doing right here, okay? And if this sounds like what I'm interested to learn, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. And also, if you have not seen my other channel, House of Quiz Jenny, please go ahead and check it out, support it, and also don't forget to subscribe. Please guys, I'm begging you. House of Quiz Jenny, check it out. It's all about my lifestyle. So without wasting your time, let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. We are going to be doing this little calculation before we start cutting out. So my gown length is 42 and the plain fabric I'm going to be adding to it is going to be 12 inches. Okay, so the length is 12 inches. So I'm going to subtract my gown length from that 12 inches and I got 30 inches. So I'm going to add 1 inch to that for stitching allowance, making 31 inches. Okay, so this is the pattern we drafted in our previous tutorial. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to mark that 31 inches at this part. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this paper at 31 inches. Remember, it has a plain fabric we are going to be adding later on. Okay, so I'm going to just mark the 31 inches like this. You can see the way I'm placing this paper. So make sure everything is aligned properly. The hip line, the waistline, make sure everything is aligned properly before you cut it out. So guys, after cutting it out, this is what we are having now. So I'll go ahead and cut this on my fabric. Coming to the collar, this is what we are having for the front and the back collar. What I'm going to do now is to join them together. So you're going to join the neckline of the front to the neckline of the back. Okay, then I'm going to just write at this part the shoulder part and also this part as the zip line part. Okay, so that we'll be able to differentiate them. So after doing this, make sure everything aligned properly. Then you go ahead and sellotape it together. Okay, so just hold it together with your sellotape or anything you have. Okay, then I'll go ahead and add my stitching allowance all around this way. On this bottom part, you know, we have added our stitching allowance already. So at these other parts, I'm not going to be adding allowance, this neckline area part. This is the fabric I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. I have my doll face fabric. I have 2 yards of it, and I think at the end I made use of about, let's say, 1.5 yards. Okay, and I have my beautiful Ankara fabric here. You can see the color. This is where I picked this color for the doll face from. So let's see how the combination is going to come out, guys. I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric, and you can see what we are having. I've added my stitching allowance of 1/2 inch all round. At the bottom, at the part where we are going to be joining with the center front, I added 1/2 inch. Okay, so guys, this is the center front. Also, I added 1/2 inch at this part, and also at the bottom part. At this part is going to be on fold. Okay, I also cut out lining for it, so you can see the lining for this part, for the center front, and also you can see lining for the side front. You can see it. After doing that, I went ahead to cut out the collar. You can see I cut out the collar on my fabric. You can see what we are having. Let me go ahead and trim off this excess allowance at this part. Okay, then I cut out lining for it, so I have 4 of it. 2 is for the main fabric and 2 is for the lining. So this is what we have for the collar. So you can see the stitching allowance I added. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the back piece, and you can see what we are having at the back piece. Okay, so this is it. This is the pattern we use in cutting out the back piece, and I also cut out lining for it. So this is the lining we have for the 2 back piece. You know, the back piece is separated because of the zip allowance. Go ahead and stitch this down. For those of you that don't know how to turn your fabric, you are going to place your lining on the right side of your fabric like this, and you're going to stitch up the neckline, the side, and the zip allowance area. This is the collar. I've gone ahead to stitch it down, and you can see what we are having right here. You can see the stitches I made. So I'll go ahead now and turn this out. So go ahead and turn it out, and make sure you iron it properly so that all the points are going to come out properly. Okay, so I'm going to just turn this out. Before attaching it, make sure to iron it out. So guys, this is the other one. So we have 2 collars and they are separated. So this is how it's going to be on the dress. I'm going ahead to stitch up the back piece, and you can see what we are having. I also stitched down my darts at the back. So this is what the back piece is looking like. You can see the both of them, you can see how they are looking. So go ahead and cut out all the excess thread you have right there. Coming to the front piece, I've also gone ahead to stitch up the main fabric. So what you are going to do is to stitch up all the pieces of the main fabric together separately, then you stitch up the pieces of the lining separately. Okay, so this is what I did. You can see the lining right here, and we have the main fabric. The next thing now to do is to place the lining on the right side of the main fabric, and I'm going to stitch up the neckline. Okay, stitch up the sides, so the armhole is going to be open and the shoulder is going to be open. I've gone ahead to stitch up the neckline. This is what we are having. You can see the V neckline we have there. Then you go ahead and make notches at the neckline so that the neckline can relax properly. Okay, make sure you notch it properly and don't cut your seam. After notching it, guys, this is what we are having now. I'm going to turn it to the right side, and after turning, this is what it looks like. You can see how the V neckline is relaxed, and you can see the darts we have. So you can make yours a bustier. So for me, I just manipulated the dart at the shoulder area. Okay, so you can make yours a bustier. The next thing to do is to go ahead and join the shoulder of the front and the back together. So place it like this. I'm going ahead to join the shoulder together, and you can see how it's looking. You can see how neat it came out. The next thing now to do is to attach the collar. So I'm going to turn this to the wrong side. After turning it to the wrong side, guys, so this is the collar. Before then, I'm going to indicate the midpoint of that neckline area at the bottom part like this. Then I'm going to mark ½ inch at both sides of that line. That is the midpoint, ½ inch at both sides. Okay, so after doing that, I'll go over to the zip area also and mark 1 inch like so. So that is the zip allowance we are having, 1 inch allowance. Okay, so just mark it out. After marking it out, I'm going to just place my collar like this. So you can see the way I'm placing this collar. Make sure you place your collar this way on the wrong side of your fabric. Okay, so the collar is going to be on that ½ inch part. Okay, so that we can have that space on the neck area. So after placing it like this, I will go ahead now and start pinning it up. So you can see the way I'm pinning it up. So you have to work alongside with your pins. Okay, so make sure you work alongside with your pins. It really helps a lot. So I'm just going to pin this down so that it can be easy for me to stitch it on my sewing machine. So guys, after pinning this part down, you can see how it's looking. You can see, so I'm going to stitch it down by ¼ inch, just little. Just stitch it by ¼ inch, not up to ½ inch. Okay, so I'm going to also do the same thing to this other collar. I'll go ahead and pin it up all round like you see me doing, up to that zip allowance part. So the collar is not going to go all the way to the zip allowance. Okay, it's going to stop at that 1 inch we marked out for the zip. So this is what it's looking like. When you stitch it down, it's going to look this way. Okay, then you turn it over to the right side. I've stitched it down and I've turned it over to the right side, so you can see how it came out. That's why I said you should stitch up by ¼ inch. Okay, so that it can relax properly. So when I turn it out to the right side, make sure you give it a good press, iron it properly. Okay, if you want to use an hairstay or interface on your collar, you can go ahead and use it to make it thicker. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the sides together, and I'm also going to join the zip area together. So guys, I've gone ahead to join the sides together. You can see what we are having. So the next thing we are going to do now is to work on the sides. So we are going to be attaching the gathers on the sides. Okay, so I have this fabric and I folded it into 2, and the width of this fabric is 22 inches. Okay, so on fold is 22 inches, and when I open it up, I think I have about 1 yard and 9 inches. Okay, so that is what I have. So you can make yours fuller if you want to. You can make use of 2 yards to get a fuller effect. Okay, so after folding it this way, you can see these are patterns. So make sure you indicate on your pattern the sides and the center front. Okay, so that you can know which part is going to the side. I'm going to place it on the fabric like this, and before then I'm going to mark the starting line, and I'm also going to add ½ inch to that. Okay, so I'm going to add ½ inch like this at the top, then I'm going to place my paper. So I'm going to place my paper like this. You can see how I'm placing it. Then I'm going to pin it down. So after doing that, also at the bottom, I'm going to add 1/2 inch. So we are going to use this 1/2 inch to join with the plain fabric, okay? So that is why we are adding 1/2 inch at the bottom, so that we can use it to join the plain fabric. So after doing that now, guys, towards this curvy parts, you can see that curvy parts on our pattern. Please make sure to add 1/2 inch. I forgot to add my 1/2 inch, okay? Anyway, I manipulated it later, so please don't forget to add 1/2 inch towards the curvy parts when cutting it out. So I'm just going to cut it out like this. You can see the allowance I'm adding at the top. So you can see what we are having after cutting. You can see that curvy parts, I did not add a 1/2 inch. I forgot. Please don't forget when you are doing yours. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. So I'm going to cut another one, which is going to be used for the other side. Cutting out 2 of it, one for the left side, one for the right side, okay? So I'm just going to place this one on it to cut out the other one. And this other one, I added 1/2 inch on that curvy part, okay? So that is it. Go ahead and cut it out like this. So guys, after cutting it out, I'm going to also notch these points, so to know the midpoint, okay? So make sure you notch it, and this is it. So after doing that, I'm going to also cut out lining for it, okay? So mine is going to have a lining. You can also add a net to it, okay? This ball gown net, if you want the add net, you can add a net to it so that it can stand properly. After cutting it out, I'm going to bring my dress and I'm going to start stitching it up, okay? So I'm going to just place this part like this. So go ahead and place it like this, and I'm going to stitch it up. So let me just turn it to the wrong side for you guys to understand what I'm saying. So just place it like this. Now I'm going to pick the right side to right side, and I'm going to stitch it straight like this. You can see, just go ahead and stitch it straight up to this point, and when you get to that point, you can see the excess, you're going to plait it. So that midpoint where we notched is going to be at the seam of the dress, okay? So it's going to be at the seam of this dress. This notch parts we made on the piece of fabric is going to be on that seam of the dress. So just pin them together, okay? So if you have any excess there, of course, which you are going to have, you're going to plait it, okay? So me, I'm using pleating. I'm not going to gather it. I'm going to just plait it out, and do the same thing for the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to plait it out. You can see how this part is looking like. So this is just one of the side. You can see how it came out. So I'll go ahead now and attach the other side of it, and I'll also attach my zipper. So guys, I'm going ahead to attach the zipper, and you can see how the sides are looking. You can see the dress is already coming out. The next thing I'm going to do is to attach my lining, okay? So if you like, you can attach the main fabric before attaching your lining, and also you can make your lining as long as you want, okay? So depending on what you want. So I don't have much lining, that's why my lining was so short. The plain fabric, this is what we are having. I've gone ahead to cut it out, and for the width, I have 60 inches. They are 60 inches, okay? Then I folded it into 2, so I cut out 2 pieces of it, 60 inches into 2 places. Then the length is 12 inches plus 1 inch stitching allowance. So I'll go ahead and attach it to the dress. After attaching it, guys, this is what we are having. You can see how it's looking like at the front. So this is the collar, and this is the bottom part. You can see I've attached the plain fabric, and this is how it's looking. So I will turn it to the back for you guys to see. This is the zipper area of the back. You can see how it's looking, and this is the bottom part. You can see when you are attaching yours, make sure the joining you made on the plain fabric is towards the side like this, okay? You can make it towards the side or at the back. Just make sure the joining is not at the front, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is to turn my dress to the wrong side so that we can just cut out the armhole area. I'm going to measure out 1/2 inch from the shoulder width. Then I'm going to come down by my armhole length, which is 7.5. You can see it. Then I'm going to curve my armhole like this. So go ahead and curve it out and cut it out. So after doing this, guys, I'm also going to do the same thing to the other armhole part. So after cutting it out, guys, this is what we are having at the armhole area. So you can see how it's looking, guys, looking clean and neat. The next thing now is to attach the sleeve. For the sleeve, I've gone ahead to cut out this piece of fabric for the sleeve, and the width of this fabric is about 14.5 inches, almost 15 inches. Okay, so if you're making yours, make it fuller, like up to 20 inches or 15 inches, okay, to have a fuller sleeve. Then the length of my sleeve is 10.5 inches, so you can make yours longer than mine. So this is not a standard measurement, make yours longer than mine. So I'm going to just make like a little curve at the top like this. So you don't need this to have much curve because it's going to be pleated. So I'm just going to make little curve at the top like this. You can see, so this is going to serve as the armhole area. This is where we're going to attach it to the armhole of the dress. So just cut it out, and this is how it's going to look like. Then I'm going to make a notch at the midpoint like that. So I have two of the sleeve right here. I cut it out together. So when I open it out, this is how my sleeve is going to look like. The next thing I'll do is to go ahead and fold the bottom part, because I'm going to be adding elastic at the bottom part. Then at this top part, I'm going to just pleat it up at the armhole area, then stitch up the side by 1/2 inch. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead to attach my sleeve, and this is what the sleeve is looking like. So you can see that the collar is close to the sleeve area. That is how the collar should be. Okay, should be close to the sleeve area. And this is it, guys. So this is what the down part is looking like. Please go ahead and take out all the excess thread. So at that bottom part, make sure you hem it properly. Okay, then you give this a very good press, and this is what the back is looking like. The dress is very simple and beautiful. So this is how it came out. So if you're making yours, you can make use of crepe fabric, you can make use of duchess fabric, depending on the kind of fabric you want to make use of. For me, I made use of Ankara and a doll face fabric. Okay, and I think it came out beautiful, right? So what do you think, guys? And this is how it looks on my dummy. I hope it's looking so beautiful, and hope you love this video. Thank you, guys. Bye.